It's August 2012. Here's my review for Hope Springs. So I live in downtown Toronto, and there's this cinema at Bay and Bloor called the Manulife Center, and it's we call it the old people's theater. So it's the baby boomers theater, because what in that area, right in the downtown Toronto core, is there's like 4 gigantic condo buildings, and generally people who live in those condo buildings are old. So they all go down to this old people's theater. Like, you're not going to see, it's a mainstream theater, but they know how to program, and they're not going to put it in Dark Knight or at 5 different theaters. They're going to give it movies like Hope Springs, and this is right up their alley. This is their audience, and we went into, it's been packed houses. Me and my girlfriend went to the theater, and it was packed full of old people. Or people, baby boomers, or seasoned people, or whatever you want to call it, and it's one thing I learned, because I usually go in the movies a lot with like these teenage movies or these cartoon movies or whatever, and I'm usually the oldest person in the theater. Now it's like this type of movie, I'm the youngest person in the theater, and I've learned 2 things. Anybody who's 25 or I should say 24 and younger, or anybody who's like 60 or older, they like to talk in the middle of the movie. So it's like, for some reason, my generation doesn't talk in the movie. We know what to do, but for some reason people like to have to comment during the movie. Like, you say you're watching like Twilight, not that I'm even upset that people are talking during Twilight, or like just people yapping, like making commentary, like they're giving us a play-by-play commentary of what's happening in the movie. Just an interesting observation. Hope Springs is a good movie. It's a good learning experience for someone like myself who's in a relationship. Basically what the movie is about is that don't linger on conflicts, because what ends up later is like you're 20 years later and you're sleeping in different rooms, and you have no sexual relationship anymore, and your marriage is in trouble. So basically all you have to do is if there's a conflict to be resolved, especially a sexual conflict, which is a baby boomer thing, and hopefully our generation's figuring it out, that basically what if there's a sexual conflict in the relationship, let's kind of try to resolve this as quickly as possible, because it can linger and it's going to affect the marriage, and that's what this Hope Springs is all about. I'm wearing my glasses because Hope Springs is a metaphor. The glasses that they wear in Tommy Lee Jones' character and the Meryl Streep character, it is a metaphor for the relationship, because the beginning, you don't really see their eyes, you don't really see them connecting to the audience, because they're kind of like their thick glasses are kind of like hiding who they are. But as the movie gets progressive in the directorial design, I guess, the more and more their eyes clear, and eventually they don't have their glasses anymore, and they truly connect. You see where this movie's going. I like it. It's a good learning experience. It was somewhat entertaining, very well performed. There was a couple of musical montages that I hope David Frankel, I'll talk to him one day, the director, is like, why did you choose this? Because it's kind of interesting why he chose this kind of like montage in this type of movie. But whatever, it's a good movie, and besides the old people making their running commentaries during the movie, it's a good movie. And go to Old People's Theater if you ever live in downtown Toronto. Manulife Center, Bay and Bloor. All old people. It's great. That's my review.